Hi guys, it's Tasha. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the crib. For my returning positive supporters and subscribers, welcome back. Come on in and get comfortable. Excuse me guys, I've come on here today to show you how to make the boxes. And I have just I've been giving you the measurements without actually explaining how do you get to those measurements. And I've done this one. This is a box I just did. And I just housed a bottle of glitter from Dollar Tree, and that was making paper that was left over from this particular project right here. And this is just a piece of Christmas paper I found, and I said, well, let me try it. And I made a box to house this little pack of candy canes that I got at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. So I just went and pulled out something else, which is this, and I've had these for a while, and I'm going to show you how to create or how to get the measurements for this. Okay, I'm going to be using, this is still paper left over from Love Your Latte, and I'm going to pull out this sheet right here. Hopefully it'll be wide enough. So I'm just going to pull this out. This is how I store my scraps. I would put a large storage bag in the back. I use double-sided stick tape to adhere it, and then and that way I could keep up with all of the scraps. Okay, so I just got this piece, and what we have to do first is get the measurements of this thing right here. So I'm using this little mat. So that's about 4 by 3. It's a little less than 3, but I'm going to say 3 because I don't like working with like 1/16 and 1/8 of an inch. You're just gonna go with whole numbers as much as possible. And of course my boxes have been standard, been 1 inch deep, but there is no need to have this at 1 inch deep, so we're gonna make this a 1/2 inch. We could go as far as to make it a 1/4 inch, but we'll leave some room to grow. So let me get my pen over here. Okay, so we're gonna do this 4 inches high, and we're gonna say 3 inches wide, and we're gonna use a 1/2 inch. The depth of our box is gonna be a 1/2 inch. So using the method that I've been using, you know, if this was your sheet, you would go 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So we're gonna keep that in mind. So 3 inches wide. So we're gonna need a 1/2 inch on the left, a 1/2 inch on the right, 1/2 inch on the top, and a 1/2 inch on the bottom. So a 1/2 inch, that's 3 1/2, and another 1/2 inch is 4. So we know we're gonna need a 4 inch wide sheet. So I'm gonna leave this part like this. I'm gonna leave the length as is, and this is probably a 12 inch piece. So let me cut this and I'll be right back. Okay, so right now this is roughly 4 by 12. So let's pull this out the way. Bring up my scoreboard. Okay, so to start off, we're just going to do a 1/2 inch. We're going to do a 1/2 inch on 3 sides, because you know that 4th side we're going to be cut. Well, you don't know. The 4th side we're going to cut away. So let's just go ahead and get our 1/2 inch scoring in. 1/2 inch. Just turn it. 1/2 inch. Turn it again. 1/2 inch. Okay. So now that we have it scored on 3 sides, and if you bring this in, you can see that it's fitting almost perfect. So now what we need to do, we know that this is 4 inches. So we're going to need a 1/2 inch after this. So this is our score. This is the depth of the box. So right here, at 1/2 inch, we're going to add 4. So our next score is going to go at 4.5, and then of course we need a 1/2 inch. So we're going to take it to 5. So from 5, we're going to add another 4 inches. So that's 9. And then from there, we need another 1/2 inch. And that's to close the box. So right now we have this part right here. This right here. This is the first one. And then we have the body of the box. And then we have the back, which is back here. And then we have the top. And then this will close the box. Okay. So our measurements are 1/2 inch, 4.5, 5, 9, and 9.5. So let me cut off this extra piece. I'll be right back. Okay, I've cut away the extra. So our piece ended up being 4 by 9.5. Okay, so now let's fold. Let me move this out the way. We're gonna fold on all the score lines. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to release, where are my scissors? We're going to release all the tabs. So you're just going to cut on the long side up to the first, your 1/2 inch score line. We're going to do that on both sides. Okay, so now if you have directional design on your paper and you're concerned about it, just be sure that you got everything going in the direction that you want it to go. Okay, so I'm going to fold these tabs in. Just going to get a little bit of my barely adhesive. Come on out of there. I'm trying not to put a lot because I don't want it to take forever to dry. And then we're going to put these together. Hopefully I put enough. And I'm just pinching and holding and hoping for the best. There we go. I think we might have it okay. Oh, no, it didn't. This one came apart. They're all coming apart. Right? And I'm just not putting enough on, or either I waited too long and let it dry out too much. So it's not the adhesive, guys, it's me. Let's try this again. Working in these small areas with my hands. Yeah. I'm just gonna pinch and hold. What am I got some. Here we go. Let's try to put these on. Maybe this will help a little bit, and then we can go on to the next part. There we go. I just wanted to hold just a little bit so we can go ahead on and get this other part done. Put it that way. So now we just need to get the lid done. Okay, there we go. And put a little bit on this one. And on this one. And we're gonna fold and hold. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna hold this for a few seconds here. I get this to act right, act accordingly. I'm finna pinch these sides in, look like these fold out a little bit, so it'll stop wanting to not do what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's pull these out and let's test this. There we go. It fits perfectly. Put these on the outside. There we go. Fits perfect. What do you guys think? Was that easy enough or what? And before you would glue this, if you wanted to add a window or something, something like that, then that's when you would do it before you would excuse me, before you actually glue the tabs together. You would go ahead on and run this through your machine, or if you have a punch, whatever it is, that's when you would create your window and stuff. But that's how easy it is to create any box to house whatever it is that you need to house. Okay, so guys, I am so happy that I didn't confuse myself, and I hope I did not confuse you guys as well. If I did, ask questions, we'll do it again. Hey, we'll even do a live if you want to. Okay, all right guys, that is it. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. If you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Also, if you like this video or this easy how to make a box with almost anything, please give it a thumbs up. All your comments, I truly appreciate it. Come back anytime, and I see you all in my next video. Bye bye, love bugs.